Boston championship versus a Los Angeles championship. Can you compare the two?
You can't compare it. You can't compare it honestly because the 2020 we were in the bubble, so we didn't
Right.
get a parade. So I've only had one parade, and that was the most amazing thing that's happened to me in basketball. Just that type of love and reaction, how to to see a fans. You've seen it this year, but to be a part of it, to get on a duck boat,
Mm-hmm.
go on a tour, it was amazing. So that's the only opportunity I got to have a parade. But at that particular time when I won in 2020, my son was in the bubble with me, so that made that
Yep.
moment, that was more special than you winning at 20.
Oh, that's the picture behind you, right?
Yeah.
Yep. That's the
That's
picture.
fire.
That picture
Yes,
was
sir.
hard, bro. That's
Yeah.
one of the most iconic championship pictures in the
Appreciate
history to me.
That's
You
fine.
feel me?
I had no idea. He must have been watching.
No, so speaking of the bubble, when people try to say, "Oh, it's a bubble championship," is this? As someone who's won a championship in the bubble, someone who's won a championship not in the bubble, how do you compare the two from that aspect of not traveling or being in the bubble, the different challenges or lack thereof, or.
To me, I enjoy the bubble because you get to see the guy every day that you walking past. You get to see the enemy, and there's no distractions. There's no outside. There's no hotel flights. Everybody's in one room. There's no excuses. It's check ball. Fan. There's no advantages.
Yeah.
It's my best. My five against your best five, and figure it out. And you got to obviously 7 games to figure it out. But I love that concept of we go right to the room, then we go to film. We was able to learn a lot more during that time than I would say if we were able to go home, practice, have other distractions, don't think about the game. But in the bubble, that's all you're thinking about. Obviously, in real life in playoffs, when you're on the road, you go home, you think about the game. But like when you're in a bubble, everything, you can go to your boy's room, you can talk about it, and you just got to figure it out on the fly.
And you see your enemy. That's
every time,
that,
right?
you know what I mean?
You might bump into him on the elevator. Boop, okay, cool. Right, you know what I mean? Like we had
That's
to.
crazy.
So,
Yeah.
eating in the same place. You know what I mean? We had a couple of meetings where things we weren't gonna play. So we saw each other all the time.
Yeah.
And I love that feeling.
That's crazy too, because when you play someone in meaningful playoff series, there's naturally a beef created. Like it's naturally a bro, I don't really like you. And you're
third game for sure. You like, man,
bro, what's I don't like you, bro. It's naturally created. And y'all may see each other somewhere years down the road and be like, man, bro, that was fun or that was crazy. But right after, during that, is a beef created, and the years following that, it's a beef for bro, I don't like you, man. Because y'all are going after the same thing. And it's intense.
Yeah, I loved it. It was fun to be a part of.
That's a whole different mind game. That's why I love you and respect you, bro. Because people don't even understand that mind game, bro. It's guys, and you know this. It's guys you played against in that moment that didn't understand you were playing that mind game. Bro.
Come on, man. What we doing? When I was telling about how me and Brown was looking at the game, it was Boston and Miami. And I was like, I got who was at the time? Brad Stevens. He was like, he got spoiled. So I was like, we were, like I said, mentally, we were preparing to go to war and figure out, okay, I got to beat this coach. And he's saying, I got to beat this coach. And we knew we had each other's back, whichever route we took. You know what I mean? So that's why we was very confident we was going to win that bad boy. Even before the bubble, we felt like we was the ones. You know what I mean? We had a hell of a season.
That's crazy.
Man, talk about your mentality, just like the brand you wanted. How did you cook that up? You know what I mean? Who did you like growing up, and who didn't you want to be like, and who did? You know what I mean?
Crazy thing, BD, I didn't watch basketball growing up.
Wow,
that's crazy.
You know what I mean? I didn't watch basketball growing up. I thought I was gonna be an NFL player. You know what I mean? I played football. I was always outside. I was active. I didn't do no TV watching. I didn't watch no local teams. You know what I mean? I didn't watch the Louisville Cardinals. That's why it wasn't a big deal for me to go to Kentucky, because I didn't grow up a fan of anything. So when I picked up the game, and I felt like, okay, I was good enough to do it, I locked into it as a goal. You know what I mean? I didn't grow up being I want to be an NBA player, grow up. No, not like my son's dreams are. To me, I was just a kid on the street, just having fun, enjoying sports, being active. When it came to that decision, like I said, I was exposed to a different lifestyle. I got introduced to Derek Anderson. He kind of took me on his wing as a mentor. So I'm like, damn, this is how you living, or this is what you're doing every day, waking up? Okay, cool. Then let me work a little bit harder. Then I got introduced to Mike Bibby. Went out to Sacramento for a couple of days, worked out with him. I'm like, damn, this is the life. Okay, cool. Let me get to it. And after that, I kind of just put my hard hat on, and just worked. I was like, shit, I got to figure out how to get this. You know what I mean? This type of lifestyle, these vacations. I mean, just all the means that come with it. So that was the goal of mine. That's how I did it.
How did you know what was right though, to not watch the game at all and then end up with all the passes and to see the floor the way you see the floor, which is different than just about anybody see the floor? How did you figure that out?
It sounds crazy. I love the game. I played the game. Like I said, I always play with older kids. You know what I mean? I was the youngest on the court. My older brother played, not getting picked up from whatever, just hooping. And then we played growing up. My boys talk about it all the time. We walk in different neighborhoods. We play anywhere, everywhere around the city, and we just hoop. But as far as knowledge of the game, my high school coach, shout out to Doug Bibby, he started breaking the game down to me as a freshman. And I was like, okay, I was frustrated. I hate seeing myself on tape. And I was like, but the tapes was telling the truth. I mean, it was giving me the answers to the test. So I locked into that. And I was like, okay, what can I be great at? You know what I mean? I always wanted to have the answer to the test. Like my older brother taught me everything he knew mathematically. So I wanted to be the first to go to the board and get the answers. That's how it was in basketball. Okay, my coach is telling me just film his answers. So now I go on the court. I know what you're doing before you know what you're doing in a sense because of your habits. So I just studied and learned and locked in that way. And just kept it going. Shit. And just learned the game. And I loved it. Like I learned, I'm a sponge. Give me everything you got from all the greats I played with. I'm taking a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then implementing the guys I play with. That's why I love to play with the Cousins and the 80s because I was getting what I got from Dirk, Kevin, Shaq, Jermaine O'Neal. I was able to get a lot of great information. And like I said, I always just wanted to soak as much as I could from all of them.